Hey crafty friends, I'm Carla from Carla Arlene Creations, and today I'm going to show you how to create my Southern Pecan Pie Folio. This is a fun folio to make. It even comes with the Southern Pecan Pie recipe that I create every Thanksgiving for Brett and I, as we love Southern Pecan Pie. So let's get started and I'll show you how to create this folio. Okay, first we're going to put the score lines on our main pieces. I've already cut everything out, so I'm just going to add the score lines. There are 3 main pieces, and let's see, I'm going to use my score line thing here. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use it on this piece, because then I'm going to fold. So that'll make it simple. Okay, so okay, there's that score line. Okay, and then I'm going to move this over, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this in half. And going to crease it. So yeah. Okay, so we're going to do that with this one. Just going to fold it in half, and then we will create the score line on this piece. Like that. Now we're going to fold this one in half. And that score line isn't quite right, but hey, let's see here. There we go. So this is the main piece. So I'm going to put some double-sided tape on the flap here. And let's see here. I'll peel this off. And it doesn't matter which one of these you use. Yeah, because you're going to get the plaid next to this one. So we're just going to line this up as best as possible and adhere it. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to put another piece of double-sided tape. One thing I found out with doing printables is that using my Cricut scissors are awesome for cutting these things out, because the pointy scissors work the best. Okay, so now I got the tape on there, I am going to put this piece on and line it up. There we go. And then we're actually going to put some tape on this one, and this is going to make this connect to the other end. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the other end around, and we're going to hold it over, and we're going to connect these two. So, okay, so it's kind of like an accordion thing, and what we're going to do is we want these two pages to go in like this. So this is what we want in the end. Now you're wondering how I did that. So what I did is I took this and I folded these two right here, and I folded these two, and then I just did that. And one thing I forgot to do is I forgot to add in the band. Let's see if I can pull these apart a little bit. Might not be able to, but hey, that's okay, because you know what? We'll do it a different way, and it'll still work. So we have this band, and actually what I'm going to do with this band is I'm actually going to fold it in half because I don't need it this long. And what I want to do is I want to take this and just go from in there to there like that. So yeah, so we'll just put it in here, and it'll probably end up being behind one of our folders, which is fine, and then it'll come around and it'll fasten in here like that. So, not going to worry about that one right now because I want to lay out our folders. So, I gave you several different kinds of folders for this project. And I see I didn't cut them all, so just give me a second here and I'll go through and cut out the curved parts that I missed. It doesn't matter where you put the pockets on this. I give you pockets for all the sides except for the front and the back. So like you could put this on the big side and then put like this piece over here, since this is a smaller pocket. That way it's in the cream. And then these two are little fancy pockets that actually go with the theme. Well, they all do, but this one, these ones I had made special. And being these ones are special, I would actually put these ones on here. And then you can place these other ones anywhere. But I would put these ones on the plaid. But if you don't want to, that's fine. You can put them wherever you want. Make this folio yours. You don't have to copy exactly what I do. Okay. So if there's any more pockets that I'm missing, maybe. Yep, 2 more. That's how. There we go. Okay. So we've got to figure out what pockets go where. So we're going to use some of my Tombow glue. And I'm going to start with this side, and I'm just going to put some Tombow glue around the outer edge. And then I'm going to glue this down. And let's see. And we can put these two pockets on here. So we're going to just take some of our glue and go around the edge. And we're going to glue this one down here, like so. And let's see. I'm going to put this one up here. May put that one there. I haven't decided yet. Then we have this page, so we want to put this one on the plaid page, since it's a bigger pocket. And I think we'll put this pocket up at the top. And like I said, let's see if we can pull this up a little bit. Yep, is it totally drying? So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually stick this in here, like so. Press that down. In fact, I'm going to get one of my little clips. And we're going to, let's see, we're going to refold this like that. So we're going to put this clip in there, kind of hold that down. So while that's holding that down, I'm actually going to put this piece on, and it goes here. So I'm just going to wait to put the last two in. They're going to go on the last page. I'm going to let this dry a little bit. So I'm going to move it off my table. So while we're waiting for that to dry, I'm going to give you a little bit of background on the reason I did this Southern Pecan Folio. My father was from Florida, so growing up I was raised on Southern dishes, and one of them happened to be Southern pecan pie. And we always had a it's a postcard that had the recipe on it, and I even today still make Southern pecan pie for Brett and I for Thanksgiving, but that was one of the things we always had for the holidays when I was growing up, with Southern pecan pie. So I just wanted to share part of my heritage with you, and give you something that you could create. And if you've never had Southern pecan pie, give it a try. It is really good. I will tell you, probably only want one piece at a time. You don't want to eat too much of it. It is rich, but I really, really enjoy this pie. for the holidays. And so you'll find in this folio there are two recipe cards here. This one is actually for you to use in your kitchen, and this one is for in your folio, just to give you another piece of ephemera in your folio. Then I gave you a couple blank recipe cards that you can add your own recipes. The back is actually a cream color. I double-sided these, so if you need to write on the back, you can. And then I gave you some journal pages, and those are actually cream on the back. And I double-sided them, so you can write on the fronts and the back. I just thought it'd be cool to have the pecan graphics throughout the whole folio. So I put some holes in my tags, which I actually printed these tags double-sided, as you can see. I gave you a couple digital papers in this folio, so I printed these double-sided. You could print them on 2 sheets and then glue them together. That's usually what I do, but I didn't on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add some cording. I really don't have a lot of colors of cording to use, so please excuse my cording if it doesn't match to you, but I'm just going to add some cording to my tags. And while I'm waiting for the folio to dry some so I can put the other 2 folder or pockets in, and then we can start adding this fun stuff to it. So I'm just going to tie these in a knot. And let's see, I actually have it's pink. I have some white with gold, so I can use some of that. Let's see, I'll go back and forth and use both of these. These little tags have cute little things on them about pecan pie. And of course this one isn't going to cooperate. I think the gold's pretty, but it's not really cooperating on this, so I'm going to go back to the black and white. Let's see here. I only have a few of these, which is fine. Okay, since we got that done, I'm going to pull my folio back over, get rid of this cording, and hopefully this is dry enough that I can continue. I think it is. So then we have 2 more, and let's see here. Just going to put some glue on these and add these on. One thing I want to check, didn't mean to drop that before I add that one on. Okay, so for this one, I'm not going to use this folder, and you'll find out why in a minute. It's actually like an extra one. I wasn't sure where I was going to put this, but I think this is a good spot to put it. Just now got to grab my glue I lost. All right. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this on this page. So yeah, I'm going to have one pocket that I'm not using. And it's totally up to you which pocket you don't use, or you can use them all and you don't have to use my basket. what I'm going to do is, there's actually a front to the basket. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this on over like this. So you really can't tell that that's on top. We're going to let that glue dry for a few minutes. I'll show you some of the other ephemera pieces. We have a fork, and we have some pecan branches. I have a couple of those. We have a couple pecan pieces. Oops, I just found another tag. We have a measuring cup with some pecans, and a pecan plate and a pecan pie. So I'm just going to fix this. I'm waiting for those to dry. Let's see here. And I also have a miniature of the front. So I'm just going to pull these off. And while that's drying some, I'm actually going to take some ink. I have, unfortunately I don't have pecan colored. I have walnut. So I'm just going to take this, and I'm going to ink the edges so you don't see the white. And there we go. So once that's, seems like it's dry some, I'm just going to start adding things in. Let's see here. I'm going to add our pecan pie recipe. We'll put our pie in, and here's our fork to go with our piece of pie. Add some tags in here. You can add your journal pages in here. They actually fit in this one. Trying to see if the, yeah, even the recipe. Well, nope, they don't quite fit in there. We're going to add some tags and some pecans in here. And remember I said this was a pocket? See? We can add some tags in there. Let's see if this will actually fit in this one. Yep. So those can just lay in there. Let's see, we'll just add another tag in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, on the back here, I'm going to add one of these Velcro circles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Velcro circle on there, both sides, and I'm just going to go like that. And then all you have to do is pull the Velcro circle off, and there is your pecan pie folio. Isn't that cute? I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to create your own Southern Pecan Pie Folio. You can find the link to download this in the video description below, along with the supply list of the supplies I used. If you have a favorite recipe that you would like to share with us, please leave us a comment below, as we'd love to hear from you. I hope you have fun making this, and I look forward to crafting with you again. Happy crafting!